How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Now back to high school basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Fred Rupp, Ryan Dellinger, and Bryce Vance back in the ESPN 1380 studios, pushing all the buttons. And a note to Bryce, we will be taking a break here as they get set to play the national anthem at the Carroll Fieldhouse. We'll take a 2-minute break just before we get our opening tip. The team's just coming out on the floor, and they wind the clock down from 3 minutes. But we'll give you the starting lineups tonight. First for the Concordia Cadets. They are 4-5 under 26-year head coach Dave Miller. 13 of them, exactly half at Concordia. They'll start Paige Patterson, a 5'6" sophomore guard. Carissa Garcia, wearing number 12, a freshman in the starting lineup at 5'7". Solaire Starks is also in the lineup as a freshman, 5'9". They'll have Addison Gepford, a 5'8" senior, and Shania Kelly, a 3-year varsity player, a junior at 5'10", will play the post. For the Carroll Chargers, Mark Redding coming in his 4th year here at Carroll and 21st year overall. They are 7-2, and he'll start Kirsten Murphy, a 5'11" senior. Kelly Damon is a 5'8" sophomore. Macy Miller, a 5'10" sophomore. Julia Miller, a 5'8" sophomore. And Becca Villanueva rounds out the starting lineup. She's a 5'10" junior. So some youth on both sides, but you're seeing so many talented young players having an impact at the varsity level. Maybe so much more than what you've seen in past years. I know, Ryan, back in the day when you and I played, it was extremely rare to get a freshman that even had a chance to play at the varsity level, let alone just get out of the freshman program.
Absolutely. Now you're seeing them everywhere, in every sport now. It doesn't matter if you're a good athlete and you can get on the court.
And having an impact.
Have an impact. You're going to play a lot, and that's what we're seeing now in the SAC. This is a total difference than even maybe 5 or 6 years ago in the SAC. It was senior laden, junior laden. Now we're seeing freshmen who contribute at every position now in high school basketball especially.
Looking at the starting lineups, and this gives you a good idea. Concordia starts 1 senior. They've got 2 freshmen and a sophomore and a junior joining a senior on the floor. For Carroll, they will start a senior in Kirsten Murphy, but along with Murphy, you've got Damon, a sophomore, Miller, a sophomore, Miller, a sophomore. They got 2 Millers in the starting lineup, which will be a lot of fun. Yeah. And Becca Villanueva, a junior. So they don't have a freshman that they'll have on the floor at Carroll, but still a lot of youth that we'll see start this one. Well, they are just about set now to play the national anthem, and so we'll take our final break. And when we come back here in 2 minutes, we will have our opening tip of Carroll and Concordia on ESPN Radio 1380.
Hey, are you having a party for the big basketball tournament again this year? No, my wife said she hated all those people invading her kitchen. I had that same problem until I got my basement remodeled in my new wet bar by Serenity Kitchen and Bath. Serenity Kitchen and Bath? I didn't know they built wet bars in entertainment areas. Serenity Kitchen and Bath is known for their high-quality kitchen and bath upgrades. But did you know they can renovate your basement into the entertainment area you've always wanted? They're experts on remodeling basements and building wet bars, wine racks, and even wine cellars that can accommodate your entire collection of fine wine. With more than 20 years in the construction industry, the designers at Serenity Kitchen Bath can make your dream become a reality. They're so confident in their installation, they provide a 5-year warranty on your entire project and a lifetime warranty on all tile work. Additionally, the owner personally inspects every job to ensure your satisfaction. The big basketball tournament is right around the corner, so don't delay. Book now to ensure completion before the big games. Learn more at SerenityKitchenandBath.com or call 749-7028.
That's a pretty helpless feeling. Here I was serving overseas, and back home, my wife loses her job.
I got a part-time job my dad died to help pay the bills, but it wasn't enough. Mom still couldn't make the mortgage payments.
If you or someone you know is struggling and at risk of losing a home to foreclosure, Indiana's Hardest Hit Fund may be able to help.
When my wife lost her job, we didn't worry because I still had mine. But when she got cancer, things got rough. The medical bills made it really difficult to make our mortgage payments.
Indiana's Hardest Hit Fund provides free mortgage counseling and up to $30,000 in mortgage payment assistance to those who qualify. Log on to 877-GET-HOPE.org or call 1-877-GET-HOPE. That's 1-877-438-4673.
We stayed in our home, and things are going to be okay.
Things are gonna be okay.
Things are going to be okay.
This is your home. Indiana's Hardest Hit Fund wants to help you save it.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Introducing the teams to the Fieldhouse crowd here at Carroll High School. Welcome to high school basketball. My first chance to spend the night in one of the Northeast Indiana gyms, and this brings back so many memories, Ryan. Been in these gyms so many years. And, of course, you and I both have the experience of playing at Concordia High School for the legendary Glen Parrish. So we have a history with high school basketball, and that's what makes this so fun. And, of course, our connections to Concordia will go unnoticed throughout the broadcast tonight, we assure you. So it's the Carroll Chargers wearing white uniforms. They've got a deep blue letters and numbers. They will go right to left as we look at it from the corner court here at Carroll. Concordia wearing black uniforms with burgundy letters and numbers, which I think should be illegal. Here's a pass to the wing, goes to Damon, or rather to Starks. Falls out of bounds under the basket. It'll belong to Concordia, deflected by the Carroll Chargers. Starters on the floor for Concordia. It's Patterson, Garcia, Starks, Gefford, and Kelly. It's Paige Patterson set to trigger it in. Played varsity ball as a freshman last year. Ball works around the perimeter, and it's right through the hands of Starks, and a turnover on Concordia. 15 seconds in, scoreless. Carroll gets the ball now, and running the point for the Carroll Chargers, it looks like it'll be Kelly Damon, although the hair almost covers the number. Up top, pass to Julia Miller, joined on the floor by Macy Miller. And that is Macy with the ball. Pass down low near the basket. Murphy, turnaround in the lane, good. Chargers take the 2-0 lead. Again, Patterson near sideline. Garcia lobs it across to Patterson. Double teamed. Carroll in a trapping zone defense. It leaves Kelly open from the right angle, 16 feet out. Shania Kelly showing range, and she ties the score 2-2, 1 minute in. On the dribble, Damon to the right side will hand to Villanueva. Dribbles toward the corner, turns and faces against Kelly, and then throws up top to Macy Miller. Rotated all the way to Damon, back up top to Julia Miller. On the dribble, Villanueva toward the corner. Gives it up top. Pass down low. Nice one to a driving Kelly Damon. She catches and shoots, and Carroll back in front 4-2. First bucket for Kelly Damon, and a nice feed from the perimeter. Patterson in the corner to Shania Kelly. Concordia the ball. Down by 2. Driving in the lane. Starks puts it up. Banks off the glass. No good. Rebound. Damon of Carroll. Lead pass goes to Murphy. Drives to the baseline. Cut off. Throws it all the way across the court. Julia Miller will launch. No good. Weak side rebound. Goes to Shania Kelly of Concordia. There's the ball dribbled up the court, and then it's stolen away. Villanueva bounced it off of Garcia's foot. Down low. Shot no good. Bodies falling. Concordia comes away with it. 4-2 game. Carroll in front. Kelly, she got bumped on her way down the lane, and that'll be a foul on Carroll's Macy Miller. We've played 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Carroll 4, Concordia 2. Cadets with the basketball. Inbounding underneath the basket. Starks triggers to the corner to Addison Gepford. Cutting in the lane. Garcia down baseline to Starks. Gepfert cross courts it to Patterson. Dribbles to the foul line. On the wing to Gepfert. In the corner, Starks. Ball launched for three. No good. And on the rebound, the foul underneath. And that'll be called against Carroll. Scorers table across the way, so we have to wait to see them put it on the board. And it's Becca Villanueva picking up her first foul. That's the second on the Chargers, so Concordia will inbound under the basket, down 4-2. And the inbound to half court goes over the head of Garcia, and it goes all the way out of bounds baseline under Carroll's basket, but it wasn't touched, so it's going to come all the way back down here under Concordia's hoop, where Carroll will get the basketball. A bad inbound pass. No air under it at all. It just sailed to midcourt and went right over Carissa Garcia's head. 5.5 left in the first quarter. 4-2. Chargers the lead in the basketball. On the dribble, running the point, Kelly Damon takes it to the right wing and then hands it off to Villanueva. It's a screen for Murphy on a pick and pop. Murphy dribbles to the elbow, and then the ball knocked away. It's free in the lane. A scrum for it. That's a tie-up, and the arrow is going to point to Carroll. Chargers will keep the ball with 5:11 left in our first quarter and a 4-2 game. Chargers trying to build on a 2-point lead. They'll inbound with Kirsten Murphy throwing it in. Got to get the ball in, and finally does up top to Damon, who dribbles into the lane. Down the right side, puts it up, missed it. Rebound follow by Macy Miller, and she is fouled on the shot. She'll go to the free throw line, and the Concordia foul is on Starks. Solaire Starks picks up her first foul, and that is the first whistled against the Cadets. At the line, Miller, good. Nothing but net for Macy Miller. 5-2, Carroll with a 3-point lead. 5:06 left in the first quarter. And the 5'10 sophomore eyes and hits nothing but net again. Chargers up 6-2. We're approaching 5 minutes left in our opening quarter. The first of 8 quarters of basketball we'll see. Here's a drive down the lane, putting it up with the left hand. It's no good. Rebound outside goes to Garcia, and she hits the jumper from the right wing. A 2-ball from about 16 feet. 6'4". Carroll quickly into the front court. Damon, top of the key, dribbles to the foul line. A kick out right wing, where Damon will dribble across the court, give it up to Villanueva. She'll launch a long three from the left angle. It's no good. Tried to get a save underneath. That was Julia Miller trying to save at baseline, but it hit the line out of bounds, and it belongs to Concordia. 2-point lead for the Chargers. Cadets with the basketball. Up top on the dribble, Garcia takes it to the right wing. Posting back to the basket. Kelly back outside to Garcia. Dribble in, pass up top. Starks will drive, float it, and hit it. Nice move by the freshman, Solaire Starks. Ties the score 6-6. Oh, there's a drive. A cutter got open, and Miller missed the layup. Rebound Concordia. They got numbers. Garcia down the lane. Layup, no. Rebound tipped and finally grabbed by Carroll's Becca Villanueva. Long pass front court. Finds its way to Miller. Julia Miller takes it to the right wing. Pass down low. That was intended for Macy Miller. Knocked away. Now again it's on the ground. A scrum, and the arrow this time will point to Concordia. It's not been pretty basketball, but a lot of times that's what you find with Dave Miller coach teams. Defense first. They are always so tough defensively, and it's what has made them so successful, and it's what has helped earn David Miller 385 career victories. Drive from the left wing. Gepfert had a bounce off her foot. It goes out of bounds, and a turnover on Concordia gives it back to the Carroll Chargers. 4 turnovers already, just 4.5 minutes into the game. Kelly Damon runs the point for the Chargers. Will drift on the dribble to the right and then throw right wing to Leah Plummer. A cutter is Steckler. Pull-up jumper from 15 for Steckler. Baseline, no good. Rebound tipped around, finally grabbed by Concordia. And then knocked away from Garcia. Carroll has it back. 3 on the way. Steckler missed it. And rebound on the weak side taken by Carroll's Villanueva. Outside, it's Plummer. She'll launch a long jumper. No. This rebound free near the elbow, and it's grabbed by Damon, who finally puts it through the hoop. If you're a Concordia fan, that's too many chances for the Carroll Chargers. They've got the lead now, 8-6. 2:45 clock running, first quarter. Kelly down low, spins, puts it up. No. Got her own rebound. The follow is no good. Kelly with 2 inside misses. This rebound to Carroll. Front court. Damon on the right wing. There's a cutter, Villanueva. She'll catch it, shoot it on the run. Never put the bounce down to the hardwood. And Coach David Miller twice has seen that same play where they come across at the foul line, get a high screen, and then cut down the near side lane, and they've been open 2 times. And it's just too easy. And David Miller wants to remind his young ladies that they've got to start playing some defense. They're down 10-6 with 2:28 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, give it to Carroll. They have done a really good job of spacing the floor, especially every time we've seen them come down the floor and go to the right and throw the ball out to the wing and then run those guards just down the lane off a simple just motion is all it is. And they've been getting some easy layups and some offensive rebounds. In that last series, we saw them get 4 shots before Concordia even got their hands on the ball. So Carroll running their offense very effectively.
One thing you see with a young lineup is a lot of times these young players, they can defend man-to-man, but what they have to learn is where their help side responsibilities are. And right now there's nobody there for that cutter for anybody to protect the basket, and I think that's probably something Dave Miller wants to make sure it gets taken care of. Here's a ball down low to Shania Kelly. As she goes up in the lane, she will travel. A turnover, number 5 on Concordia. And we're still in the first quarter with 2:18 to play. 10-6 our score. Carroll leads it over the Concordia Cadets. Carroll with the basketball. Damon slowly right through this heart of the center circle. Dribbles to the left wing. Pulls up, shoots it. No good. This time it's all Concordia on the boards. Libby Hetler, a 5'11 sophomore. Grabs the carom, and here comes the Cadets. Hetler on the left wing, picks up the dribble, bounces it up high to Starks. Right side to Garcia, and there's going to be a hold. Might be Kelly Damon guilty. If it is, no, it's Leah Plummer will get the foul. 5'7 junior picks up her first and the third on the team. Carroll leading it 10-6. Minute 45 left first quarter. In the corner, Stark. Shot fake. Throws down low, and it goes off the hands of Hetler and out of bounds. Almost called it incomplete. I got to get used to the basketball language.
You would think after all the games you've done in the last 3 weeks doing basketball, you'd be out of the football mode.
Takes me a few minutes to get used to the sport.
That's correct.
Remember, I'm an old dog. It's a new trick here, doing high school basketball. Up top, Villanueva for Carroll. Launches, and no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's knocked away from Concordia. Now at midcourt, finally grabbed by Carroll. Villanueva, bounce pass to the corner. Goes to Leonard, up top to Damon. Pass back toward the corner, and we've got a official's timeout.
Somebody injured?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to find out if there's blood. They're looking at the knee of Kelly Damon, and I think it's blood on her knee, which automatically will disqualify her from the game until she can get that patched up, and she's going to go right back to the trainer's room, which is underneath us.
Yes, very close. Don't have too far to go to get some medical care here at Carroll.
So substitutions will come in for both teams. And we'll be ready to go with a minute 12 left in our first quarter. A 10-6 lead for the Chargers. They have the basketball. In the corner, it's Julia Miller. Dribbles up the arc, then picks up the dribble, looks for a pass. In the corner, Villanueva. Dribbles into the lane, splits defenders. As she goes up, she gets fouled. And Becca Villanueva with a good aggressive drive. Attacking that defense, trying to split the two Concordia defenders down low, and picks up a foul on Hannah Knack. First foul on Knack, and to the line, Becca Villanueva, no good. That's the first miss at the charity stripe for the Carroll Chargers. They still lead at 10-6 with 1:02 left first quarter. Substitution, Shania Kelly will come back in for Concordia. Tough to see the numbers when they have black uniforms with maroon numbers. Second free throw is good for Villanueva. She puts the Chargers up 11-6 as we go under 1 minute left in the opening quarter. Concordia goes to work in the front court. Bounce pass down low baseline. Hetler turns, misses on the runner. Rebound out of bounds off of Carroll. It will be Concordia's basketball. Dean Pantazzi had a play on that one if he'd have been ready.
He was close. I think one thing we see different in Dave Miller's team this year compared to last year is their ability to shoot the three. We haven't seen them launch one three-pointer yet in this game.
From the left elbow jumper, Hetler got open, missed it. Kelly battles for the rebound underneath the basket, and it goes off her fingertips out of bounds. Give the ball to Carroll with 45.9 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Chargers leading it 11-6. Again, more substitutions as David Miller wants to test his depth. Carroll slowly in the front court. Damon back on the floor for Carroll. From the wing, it's Leonard, corner to Kelly Damon. She will drive baseline, and as she does, there's an armbar called on Concordia's Solaire Starks. The 5'9 freshman is going to pick up her second foul. That's the third against Concordia, but two of them whistled against the 5'9 freshman, and so Starks will sit down with 31.5 seconds still left in our first quarter. Addison Gepfert will return to the Concordia lineup. Here's the inbound. Miller, and I think she walked. She did. Caught the ball in the left wing, thought about a shot, gave a fake, and then took an extra step. Last 30 seconds of the quarter, 11-6, Chargers with the lead over Concordia. And we talked about Concordia struggling to score points. Such is the case here. Nice move down low. Kelly split two defenders, but missed the shot short off glass, and then fouled on the rebound in frustration. It's a good move, but no finish. And Kelly ends up with a foul, and that is her first, team's fourth.
She can't buy a basket in this first quarter other than, she's around the rim every single time. But, yeah, you're right. Picked up a foul out of frustration right there.
Last 12 seconds as Carroll will walk it across the timeline at 10. 11-6 Chargers. Down to 6. Damon on the drive. All the way to the basket. We'll put it up. There's a whistle. A blocking foul. The ball rolls off the iron. No good. But Kelly Damon will have a chance to add to the Carroll lead with 3.1 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. The foul is on Paige Patterson, a 5'6 sophomore for the Cadets, and Kelly Damon, 5'8 sophomore point guard, to the free throw line. The right-hander hits, and it's doubled up now, 12-6, Carroll over Concordia. Damon with her fifth point here in the first quarter, and she misses that one. Rebound tipped, grabbed underneath by Kelly, but the clock will run down, and that'll be the end of quarter number one. The Chargers doubling up the Cadets after our first 8 minutes. 12-6 the score. This is high school basketball being presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
It's a pretty helpless feeling. Here I was serving overseas, and back home my wife loses her job.
I got a part-time job. My dad died to help pay the bills, but it wasn't enough. Mom still couldn't make the mortgage payments.
If you or someone you know is struggling and at risk of losing a home to foreclosure, Indiana's Hardest Hit Fund may be able to help.
When my wife lost her job, we didn't worry because I still had mine. But when she got cancer, things got rough. The medical bills made it really difficult to make our mortgage payments.
Indiana's Hardest Hit Fund provides free mortgage counseling and up to $30,000 in mortgage payment assistance to those who qualify. Log on to 877gethope.org or call 1-877-GET-HOPE. That's 1-877-438-4673.
We stayed in our home, and things are going to be okay.
Things are going to be okay.
Things are going to be okay.
This is your home. Indiana's Hardest Hit Fund wants to help you save it.
From the Westport Home Studios, ESPN Radio 1380, sponsored by Westport Homes. Where you get a lot more home for a lot less money. Westport Homes. You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Carroll starts with the basketball here in the second quarter. Up top, the ball's in the hands of Ashley Strasser, who just came in, a new sub for Mark Redding, and a travel called on Kelly Damon out in the open on the left wing. Unforced turnover on the Chargers. That will give it back to Concordia. The Cadets trailing the Carroll Chargers 12-6 as we start second quarter play here at the Carroll Fieldhouse. I am Brett Rump along with Ryan Dellinger. Glad you're joining us for Friday night doubleheader SAC basketball action here at Carroll. Boys game comes up next. Hetler to the corner to Gepford. Drives baseline, pulls up and pops. Missed it from 15 feet. Rebound Villanueva. And hustling back Gepford from behind. Tips the ball out of bounds. Good hustle by Addison Gepford. Didn't let the missed shot affect her defense. She hustled back and knocked that away. Carroll now will inbound. Concordia's defense can get set up. 12-6 Chargers. 39 seconds into our second quarter. The inbound to Strasser, dribbles to the baseline, pops it out in the corner to Miller, who'll dribble up the arc, send it back on the right wing to Strasser. Gets a high screen for Macy Miller. Miller rolls to the basket, can't get the ball. Instead, it's Julia Miller that gets it in the corner. Up top, Villanueva. Had it tipped away by Kelly, but Villanueva goes back to the timeline to grab it. Over on the wing, a little give and go. Back to Villanueva, knocked away, but Miller gets it. Villanueva underneath. Big collision, and Villanueva is going to get called for the charge. Good position, and that's the second foul on Becca Villanueva, a 5'10 junior for Carroll, and she'll sit down. So Mark Redding will put Villanueva to the bench with 6:51 remaining in the second quarter. Wonder if she's done for the half. 12-6 the score. Concordia down. A touchdown. Bounce pass. Tried to get it into the low post. It's in traffic. Kelly gets it. And somehow she gets the ball up to the basket with the left hand. Scooped it off the glass. Kelly with her fourth point. And it's 12-8. She was surrounded by 4 Chargers. I don't know how she even got the ball out of traffic, let alone put it in. Here's a drive. It's Murphy to the basket. Layup good. Kirsten Murphy with a good drive down the lane. 5'11 senior makes it 14-8. Carroll in front. There's Garcia, the freshman. Pull-up jumper from the elbow is smooth. 5'7 freshman. Garcia now with 4 points. 14-10. Chargers still lead with the basketball. Under 5:50 to play in the second quarter. Top of the key. It's Murphy. Almost traveled. Lobs it high post. It goes to Miller. She'll drive down the lane. Throws it awkwardly off the glass. Rebound grab, tied up, and the arrow is pointing to Concordia. Tell you one thing, Ryan, it's a young squad. They've made their share of mistakes. They've had 5 turnovers here in the first quarter, but Concordia always has that fight in them. And they continue to battle this Carroll team that is off to a 7-2 start this year and has had some pretty impressive victories.
Yeah, Concordia, though, they are starting to get the ball down low to Kelly. But, you know, they got 3 and 4 girls on her all the time. There she is once again, but she gets fouled this time.
Yep, double team down low, and she turns, splits the defenders, puts the ball up, and a foul on Carroll will put Kelly to the line to shoot twice. And I believe it is Plummer. Leah Plummer, a 5'7 junior, guilty of the foul. And on Plummer, that will be foul number 2. So a couple of bigs have picked up a couple of fouls each for the Carroll Chargers. 5:28 remaining second quarter. Carroll leading at 14-10. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. You're listening to High School Basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
SoPro has been around for 47 years. We're the leader in fire and water cleanup and restoration. Some companies are in the franchise business. In our case, we are in the fire and water restoration business. We want to go out and help people in their time of need. So we made a commitment to learning not only our industry and being excellent at what we do, but also taking that to another layer and teaching people leadership and management principles and really helping people create an organization at that local franchise level that they can be proud of and that they can grow in their local market. You can learn everything you want to know at ServProFranchise.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Welcome back to the Carroll Fieldhouse. Brett Rump, Ryan Dellinger, and Bryce Vance, the studio engineer, who is going to listen to a lot of basketball this evening because we've got doubleheader action. Girls basketball right now with the Carroll Chargers and Concordia Cadets. Coming up later, boys action as Tim Reinking will put his Concordia Cadets on the floor against Marty Beasley's Carroll Chargers. At the line for Concordia, it's Shania Kelly. Good on the first free throw. She's got 5 points, and Concordia trails by 3. 14-11 with 5:28 left in our second quarter. Second free throw. No good off the iron, but Hetler gets in there for an offensive rebound, tied up, and the arrow this time points to Carroll. Bringing it down the court, it'll be the point guard, Kelly Damon, 5'8" sophomore. Long pass across the court to the left wing and almost jumping the route and stealing it. It could have been a pick six for Carissa Garcia. Instead, the ball knocked out of bounds near midcourt, and Carroll will keep it. I'm getting a lot of football references in.
Yeah, you got a lot of them there, but Carissa Garcia has looked really good out there handling the ball. She plays really good defense, and she's just a freshman.
Becca Villanueva's back on the floor with 2 fouls. A little bit of a gamble from Mark Redding. Villanueva on the right wing, guarded by Kelly. There's a cutter down in the lane, a turnaround Murphy, and she got it from 10 feet baseline. Kirsten Murphy with 6 points. She now is game high with those 6 points. Concordia tries to answer quickly. Garcia blocked in the lane, and here comes Carroll in transition. Pull up, left elbow, good for Damon. Well, she must have looked up at the big board and saw Murphy had gotten 1 point more than her, because now she's got 7 to Murphy's 6. They've combined for 13 of Carroll's 18. Chargers leading at 18-11. Baseline jumper is no good by Hope Canning, who came in for Concordia. Canning is a 5'5" freshman, third freshman we've seen on the floor for Dave Miller's Concordia Cadets. 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter, or second quarter. 18-11. Carroll, pull-up jumper, Damon. No good. Weak side rebound goes to Shania Kelly of Concordia. Garcia, front court. Starks in the corner, traveled. Gave that shot fake and then went on the drive, but Joe Rondo, one of our 3 officials, there to call the travel against the Concordia freshman. A turnover, gives it back to Carroll halfway through the second quarter with the Chargers in front, 18-11. Damon sends it to the left wing, where Plummer dribbles up high on the half court, cross courts it then to Corey Leonard. Pass down low. Went to Plummer, missed it, tipped outside, and Murphy won't miss it. 15-footer good for Kirsten Murphy. She's got 8, and now she is the high scorer in the game. A point better than her teammate, Kelly Damon. They've combined for 15 of the 20, and Carroll in front, 20-11. Spin in the lane, no good by Shania Kelly of Concordia, and Carroll on the run. Here's Murphy again from outside, missed it. Rebound underneath to Concordia, Shania Kelly. She'll outlet all the way to midcourt to Starks. 2-on-2. Nice crossover and a drive to the basket. Good for Starks. Solaire Starks showing skills far above her freshman grade. That time she hits the bucket to pull Concordia to within 7. Starks now with 4 in the game. Under 3 to play. Second quarter. On the wing. Cross-court Villanueva goes to Plummer. She'll drive right down the lane, split the defense, miss it off glass. Rebound Concordia. Lead pass, a good one to a driving Kelly, and she is fouled on the layup. Kelly will go to the free throw line. A Carroll foul with 2:42 remaining in the half. They call the foul on Corey Leonard, 6-foot senior, picks up her first, 6th on the team, and at the line, Shania Kelly good on the first free throw. We've seen Kelly for 2 years as a starter in this Concordia program. She came on the scene as a freshman, now a junior. Still 5'10". I don't think she's grown since freshman year. That free throw is left short. So she splits the pair 20-14. It is a 6-point Carroll lead. A pull-up from the right elbow. Villanueva, no. Offensive rebound, and then a give to Leonard, who missed the short jumper. This rebound, Concordia. Here they come. Bounce pass. Starks tried to get a baseline, but it's deflected by some traffic out of bounds. It'll be Concordia's ball underneath their own hoop. 2:21 left. We're in the first half. Concordia and Carroll, 20-14 Chargers. On the wing, trapped Gepford, looking for help, goes to the corner to Stark. She's double-teamed and has it knocked away. Now Carroll on the run, and they turn it right over back to Concordia. At the foul line, Garcia toward the corner, Kelly. Jumper, got it! Just inside the three-point line, Shania Kelly with range. She's got 8, and Concordia's drawn back to within 4. Under 2 minutes to play, second quarter. Up top, it's Murphy. Nice crossover. Pull-up jumper at the foul line. Good for Kirsten Murphy. Double figures in the first half. She's got 10. And the lead for Carroll, 22-16 with 1:35 left in the second quarter. Throw to the wing, and that's too high, out of the reach of Shania Kelly. It goes out of bounds, and that is 10 turnovers on Concordia here in the first half. Minute 32 still left in the quarter. 22-16 Carroll, and the Chargers to inbound. Thrown into the front court to Ashley Strasser. She will dribble and run the point, taking it over to the right and then passing to the sideline right in front of the Concordia bench to Murphy. A cutter is Julia Miller. As she shoots it, it's blocked. Concordia coming away with it on the run. Garcia. Nice dribble, but lost the handle. Murphy, lead pass to Julia Miller, all alone for the layup, and she missed it. Rebound goes to Shania Kelly. Concordia with the ball. Sloppy here at Carroll. Baseline, Starks will try a 15-footer, and the freshman hits it. Concordia within 4. Starks with 6. We're under a minute to play, second quarter. Damon slowly across the timeline, lobs it top of the key to Macy Miller. A couple of cutters in the lane. Miller will hold it, and look. Now dribble to the right, throw to the corner to Damon, who dribbles up the arc. Last 37 seconds, pass to the corner to Strasser. On the angle, it's Miller. Tries a 3, didn't get it, but chased down her own rebound. Concordia all flat-footed. Kick out, open, Damon, 3, got it! 22 seconds left in the quarter. 2 double-figure scores now for Carroll, as Damon is into double figures with 10, matching her teammate Kirsten Murphy. 25-18. Concordia the ball. Pull up from the left elbow. Good for Garcia at 5 seconds. Now Carroll with 2 seconds. It's Strasser, and she won't even get a shot off at midcourt. 25-20, our halftime score. Well, the freshmen have combined for 12 of Concordia's 20, as Carissa Garcia and Solaire Starks both with 6. But for Carroll, they are led by the tandem of Kirsten Murphy and Kelly Damon, both in double figures, 10 points apiece. They've got 20 of the Chargers, 25. And between them, they've got as many as Concordia's whole team. Still close, though, here at the half. Carroll leading at 25-20 over Concordia. It's girls basketball. We've got boys basketball action coming up next. About 30-35 minutes after this game ends, we'll bring you the boys play-by-play, and then our post-game tonight at the Pine Valley Pizza Hut at the corner at DuPont Coldwater. Come on out, join us. Doesn't pizza sound good tonight? It's one of those kind of nights where you want to be out doing something. If you're going to the games, maybe you're just now heading out to one of the area high school games, be sure to stop at the perfect post-game destination, your hometown Pizza Hut. It's America's favorite pizza and award-winning Wing Street Wings. 25-20, Carroll leads it over Concordia here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back. This is high school basketball being presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
Welcome to What Is Wrong With You People. I'm your host, the Fairy Godmother, and with me today is the Leprechaun.
Hello!
And our good friend, the Gift Horse. Okay, we're pretty much used to people not believing in us.
Makes no sense. All folks got to do is follow me to a pot of gold. A pot of gold?
And you see what I can do with a pumpkin and a wand.
Amen, brother. Right in the mouth.
Well, why on earth are people putting off going to FortWayneHelpWanted.com to find a great job.
Can't believe in those
They
guys.
got their local. It's easy to use.
She nailed it. Completely free.
And still, there are job seekers who haven't logged on to FortWayneHelpWanted.com.
What is wrong with you people? I mean, fine, you don't want to trust the little green man.
Fairy godmother's baby a little out of favor today. If wishes were horses. But seriously, no excuses. Go today. FortWayneHelpWanted.com. Long name, amazing results.
That you can believe it. Oh, this guy.
When the time comes to choose a physical therapist, choose Mallers and Swarverland. After surgery, a sports-related injury, an accident, or for rehabilitation from a medical condition. If you need physical therapy, tell your doctor your choice is Mallers and Swarverland. For 13 years, the physical therapists of Mallers and Swarverland Orthopedic Physical Therapy have truly made a difference in the lives of those they've treated. Why? Because Mallers and Swarverland is different. They're the only clinic in the area with physical therapists with advanced manual therapy training with a fellow distinction from the American Academy of Orthopedic Manual Physical Therapists. They address the problem, not just the symptoms. From issues like neck and back pain to workers' comp. And because Mallers and Swarverland are parents of athletes, they fully understand the importance of a proper recovery and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. Mallers and Swarverland Orthopedic Physical Therapy. Your choice for results with 3 convenient Fort Wayne offices. Get more info by visiting msoptherapy.com. That's msoptherapy.com.
Now back to high school basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
We're at halftime at the Carroll Fieldhouse, and the Carroll Chargers holding a 25-20 lead over the Concordia Cadets. It's girls basketball now, boys basketball later, and the Pizza Hut after both. Hope you enjoy your doubleheader action of high school basketball being presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380. Well, this is the first night of doubleheader action. We've got more of it coming up your way next week. And, of course, tonight, all the scores on the post-game show. So if you're going to games right now, be sure when you get back to the car, this is where the dial is set. So you get a whole rundown of all of the area high school basketball scores. And, of course, we'll get a hold of some coaches and have a good time from about 9:15 to 10:30 tonight at the Pizza Hut at Pine Valley. Now with some halftime numbers, I am joined by my partner, full headgear. He is all ready to go, Ryan Dellinger.
First for the Concordia Cadets, they're led in scoring tonight by Shania Kelly. She's got 8 points and 6 rebounds. And then Solera Starks has 6 points and 1 rebound, and Carissa Garcia. And these last two are both freshmen, mind you. She has 6 points as well and 3 rebounds. And that's all basically the scoring for the Cadets. And then for the Carroll Chargers, they're led in scoring by Kirsten Murphy. She's got 10 points. And then her backcourt mate Kelly Damon also has 10 points, so she has 2 rebounds. And looks like Becca Villanueva has 2 points and 3 rebounds. So that's your scoring here at halftime, 25-20, the Carroll Chargers.
Don't forget, coming up just a couple of weeks away, it's going to be the SAC Holiday Tournament, and we will be there for semifinal action and the championship games. If you've missed the schedule, it will start December 21st, which is a Monday. And there'll be what I call play-in games. There'll be a couple of games to basically get it down to 8 teams for quarterfinals, which take place on December 22nd. And then December 23rd, it's your semifinals. The girls will play at 3 and 4:45. The boys at 6:30 and 8:15. And all of the action of all 4 games can be heard on ESPN Radio 1380. And then we'll all enjoy a little Christmas holiday before returning for the championship games on December 26th, a Saturday. The girls will play early afternoon, and the boys will play then at night. And that'll be the SAC Holiday Tournament schedule. And again, plan on listening to all the games on ESPN Radio 1380. Well, we will take a break here at the half. It's Carroll leading at 25-20 over the Concordia Cadets. And you're listening to high school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
The north side of Fort Wayne needed a sports headquarters, and now you have it. Welcome to Doozy Sports Bar and Grill and Hotel Fort Wayne on Washington Center and Coldwater Road. Open daily 11 to 11 or earlier or later, depending on when your game's on. You want sports? We've got them all. You want big screens? Well, we've got 27 big screens, so there's not a bad seat in the house. And with our NFL ticket, you'll catch every play of every game from that seat. Before you shoot a game of pool, it's time to order one of our game day specials with $6.50 domestic draft pitchers and our $6.95 Doozy's baskets filled with your choice of pulled pork, coney dogs, our famous smoked wings, and much more. And make Doozy's your new lunch spot with our new Pick 2 lunch menu, only $7.95. You like specials? We do with our 50-cent Wing Wednesdays, Smoking Hot Thursdays with barbecue baskets, piggyback ribs, and 14-hour slow-smoked beef brisket, and fabulous fish and chips Fridays. So what do you say about a 27 big screen sports bar on Fort Wayne's north side with amazing food? About time! Doozy's at Hotel Fort Wayne on Washington Center and Coldwater Road.
Right now at Kohl's 3-day gift sale, take an extra 20% off with your Savings Pass. Use it on top of great gift sale prices in-store and online, like 60 to 70% off fine jewelry. Plus, everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. This Thursday through Saturday at Kohl's 3-day gift sale. Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Life after military service is different. Many veterans find transitioning difficult, feeling lost and uncertain about the future. These feelings don't take away from a veteran's strength, courage, or sense of duty. If you're a veteran in crisis or know one who is, the power of one person, one connection, one act of compassion can make a difference. For free 24/7 confidential support, call the Veterans Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255 and press 1, or visit veteranscrisisline.net.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
And a special thanks to Bryce Vance, who's sitting in the ESPN 1380 studios tonight, spending an entire evening listening to high school basketball and pushing buttons along the way. I am Brett Rump, along with Ryan Dellinger, here at the Carroll Fieldhouse. Halftime, Carroll leading at 25-20 over Concordia in girls basketball action. The SAC standings coming into tonight, the girls have already had SAC conference games, although not an equal number. Now the boys will get started with their play this evening, and that's because there's about a 3-week difference in the schedule, so that they finish with girls actually playing their tournament through state the week before boys actually start playing their postseason. And good move by the IHSAA, because you used to have the state finals for the girls the same day as sectional finals for boys. And it was always tough because you had to sit here, especially as a media, and decide what's bigger, the sectional championships or the state finals. And now they've actually made them alternate. But Homestead, of course, they have just been head and shoulders above everybody, averaging 81 points a game, giving up just 44, an average margin of 37 points a game. They're 6-0, ranked number 1 in the state Class 4A.
I got to imagine they're going to get ranked nationally if they keep going the way they, because they beat a nationally ranked team.
Chicago Whitney Young last weekend, and Lures is 2-0, half game behind Homestead, 5-3 overall. But here's what's important tonight: Carroll with 1 loss, that to Homestead. They can't afford to fall what would virtually be a game and a half back of the Spartans. So they need this win. And Concordia, trying to be a team on the rise, they're 1-2 in conference play, 4-5 overall. They'd like to get their record evened up.
Yeah, absolutely. And here in the second half, as we start, they need to get away from the one dribble and stop. That was a cardinal sin if you play for Coach Parrish. But they can get away from that. And some of the turnovers they had were just really unforced, and they can get back in this game and look for Shania Kelly to have a big second half for the Cadets.
Concordia starts with the basketball, back to action, down by 5. There's a jumper from the right angle, and Addison Gepford just hit a 15-footer that draws Concordia to within 3, and it's been a long time since Concordia has been this close. Gepford with her first bucket. Comes about 25 seconds into our second half. Villanueva drives baseline, spins, not the low block, tries to put it up, and it's blocked by Garcia, and here comes the freshman with it. Lead pass, a good one to driving Shania Kelly. Concordia within a point. Kelly with double figures. She's got 10. Beautiful assist from the freshman Carissa Garcia, and Concordia comes out of the locker room with the energy.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's only their second fast break, or actually their fourth fast break point they've scored, and they want to get out and run a little bit, and with that Garcia running the point, they should be able to.
Damon, top of the key, throws on the wing to Kirsten Murphy. Those two both in double figures, 10 points apiece in the first half. Murphy throws to the wing over here on the near side, and that's a long pass across the court, and Patterson just kind of put her hand up and deflected it. It went out of bounds on the sideline. It remains Carroll basketball with the Chargers leading at 25-24, but Concordia out to a 4-0 start here in the second half. Up top, Macy Miller toward the corner to Damon. Guarded by Patterson. Oh, a big collision on the pick. And on the pick and pop, the ball goes to Corey Leonard, who shoots from the baseline. No good. And another rebound for Shania Kelly. Patterson gets it in the corner. Skip pass across court. Kelly in the corner. Starks. Her shot on the way. A three ball is no good. And the rebound of Villanueva of Carroll. Little hesitation down the right side of the lane. As she goes up, Garcia blocked it. Boy, the freshman has done about everything. We've got a tied-up basketball underneath the basket, and it will belong to Carroll. But we've seen Garcia score. We've seen her pass, and now we've seen her play some defense going up and blocking that transition layup attempt.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Back-to-back possessions, she's blocked the ball.
Inbound Carroll underneath her own basket. Murphy throws it late but gets it in. Villanueva lobs it down low to Leonard. Puts in the layup. First bucket for Corey Leonard, a 6-foot senior. She's got Carroll in front 27-24. Concordia the basketball. Starks, bad pass up top. That's intercepted. Damon jumped in front. She'll take it to the three-point line. Launch from the right angle, no good. Rebound, Macy Miller underneath for Carroll, and they're going to say she traveled. That'll be a turnover on the Carroll Chargers, giving it back to Concordia with 5:39 remaining in the third quarter. 27-24. Carroll trying to improve to 8-2, while Concordia trying to get even at 5-5. Ball picked from the pocket of Patterson, and then Patterson grabbed it and fell on the sideline. So it will belong to Carroll.
That's 13 turnovers for the Lady Cadets here early in the second half. They got to eliminate those to stay in the game. I think if the Cadets just stay in their offense and let it the defense break down, Kelly's going to get open underneath.
Villanueva, a cutter in the lane, gets it, shoots it from 10 feet, no good. Rebound goes to Concordia. Patterson on the dribble. The sophomore at the center circle throws a pass to left wing, stepping in front, stealing it is Murphy. Lead pass Damon, layup, good. Murphy and Damon combine for the bucket that gives the Chargers a 5-point lead, and Damon now with 12. Patterson again bounces it baseline to Kelly. She mishandled it but got it in the corner. Double teamed as she goes to drive. The ball's out of bounds. But I think Dave Miller jumped up and called the timeout. He's got a sixth sense.
He does.
When you coach 26 years, you almost know when you're about to turn the ball over. And that time he just bailed out his team on their 14th turnover. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break with 4:49 left in the third quarter. It's 29-24. Carroll leading it over Concordia. It's high school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
SoPro has been around for 47 years. We're the leader in fire and water cleanup and restoration. Some companies are in the franchise business. In our case, we are in the fire and water restoration business. We want to go out and help people in their time of need. So we've made a commitment to learning not only our industry and being excellent at what we do, but also taking that to another layer and teaching people leadership and management principles and really helping people create an organization at that local franchise level that they can be proud of and that they can grow in their local market. You can learn everything you want to know at ServProFranchise.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Edison Gepford for Concordia tried to dribble through a double team, lost the handle out of bounds. And there is another turnover for Concordia with 4:40 remaining in our third quarter. It's Carroll leading at 29-24. Over the Concordia Lady Cadets, and a pass to the corner, and Murphy mishandles it. This has not been pretty basketball. Remember, the girls have been playing for almost over a month now. And the boys, who've only been playing a couple of weeks, you almost could forgive them for some of those mistakes. But There's been some sloppy play in this one.
Yeah, Carroll's changed their defense to a 1-2-2, and they've extended it very far out on the floor beyond the three-point line. Concordia has yet to figure it out, and there's a nice pass.
Nice pass, and then the bunny is missed underneath. Boy, it was a great feed down to Hannah Knack, the 6'3 junior, but she missed the layup, and then coming the other way, Carroll will give it right back.
And now they're extending to full court, the Chargers are.
Turnover, turnover, turnover. That's the story right now. There's Knack again down low and sneaking in from behind. Murphy tried to pick it. Knack tried to get it back, but it goes off Knack out of bounds and belongs to Carroll. How many turnovers in a row? Is there a record?
I don't know, but Concordia has 16 now, and Carroll's now up to 8.
I think that's about 4 or 5 straight possessions we've had turnovers.
Yeah, looks like the Steelers and the Colts last Sunday. Turnover
might end up with more turnover. But right now, I think we've got more turnovers than field goals.
I believe you're right.
29-24 the score. Chargers lead. 3:45 left in the third. Almost another turnover. Villanueva up top. The pass goes to Leah Plummer. And she gets it picked. Another turnover, and then a foul called on Villanueva. That's her third. At midcourt, Villanueva tried to cut in and steal the ball back. And the Carroll junior will pick up her third foul with 3:36 remaining in the third quarter and quickly be replaced in the lineup. She'll sit down. No, she won't. It's a sub that came in for Macy Miller. So Villanueva stays out there for Coach Mark Redding. 5-point game. Carroll with the lead. Concordia the ball in the corner. It's Kelly. Dribbles up the angle. Bounce pass to the foul line. Goes through to Canning. Knack up top to Canning. Canning's between the circles. Throws left to Gefford. Baseline. Kelly drives, floats, missed it. Weak side rebound. Knack, and the 6-3. Hannah Knack puts in the follow. It's a 3-point game. First bucket of the night.
And that time was really good ball movement by the Cadets. Patient, and they got a good open shot.
And actually, Libby Hetler is the one who got the bucket. Hetler's a 5'11 sophomore. They made a switch in the lineup. I just stopped looking at players, was watching turnovers there for a while. There's Damon, a jumper from deep left side, no good. Rebound goes to Concordia's Solaire Starks. Here comes the freshman, a crossover near the top of the key and finds an open player. Canning underneath, count the bucket, and a foul, and Canning's going to go to the line with a chance to tie it for Concordia. Hope Canning, another freshman. So you've got Starks making the pass from near the foul line, who is a freshman, dropping it down to Canning, who hits the bucket on the and one. She is a 5'5 freshman, and at the free throw line, she could tie this game. 29-28.
Dave Miller's got a good youth movement going on there in Concordia.
Missed the free throw. Rebound to Murphy of Carroll. Chargers front court nursing a 1-point lead. They were up 25-20 at the break. There's a drive. Murphy splits the defense and finishes with a layup off the glass. Murphy with a dozen. Game high, tied with her teammate Kelly Damon at the foul line. Canning bounces it outside to Gefford. Cross-court pass, dangerous, got to Garcia. Bounce pass down low, intended for Hetler, down around the ankles, but Carroll deflected it out of bounds.
Yeah, Garcia did have the right idea there. She had a nice angle on that pass. It was just a little too close to the defender and went out of bounds, lucky for the Cadets.
Concordia lines up for the inbound. Down low, they get it to Starks, and is that Kelly? That is Starks, who missed down low. Again, the maroon numbers on black jerseys makes it tough. Villanueva drive. She'll finish. No. Missed the shot, but a whistle. And that's a foul on Hope Canning, picking up her first. That's the first in Concordia. 6 minutes, 13 seconds into our second half. It'll put Villanueva at the line. 5'10 junior. Eyes, the right-hander, hits. Chargers up 4, 32-28. Fourth point for Becca Villanueva.
Every time the Cadets get close, Carroll extends it out 4 or 5 points either time, but a couple quick stops, and the amount of turnovers we had, they can get right back in the game fairly quick.
5-point lead as Villanueva's good on both free throws. 5 points for Villanueva, and a 33-28 lead for her Carroll Chargers. Last minute 40 of the third quarter. Concordia. Cross-court pass. Hetler takes it to the foul line, shoots the 15-footer. It rattles around and comes out. No good. Rebound to Macy Miller of Carroll. Front court pass to Julia Miller near the right corner. Dribbles up the arc, top of the key. Villanueva drives and dishes in the corner. Miller open, missed the three. Rebound bounces out to the foul line where Villanueva has it. Drives the right side of the lane and missed the runner. Thought she might have had contact. No such thing. And here comes Concordia. Starks from the right wing. It's a three. No. Rebound tipped and grabbed by Carroll's Becca Villanueva. Last minute of the third quarter. 33-28 Chargers. Villanueva pull up from the three-point line. No good. Chasing it down in the corner was Macy Miller. And as she tried to save it, she just ran right into the cart down there. Hit it hard, and that's quite a braking system.
Yeah, she had really nowhere to go. She got moving and could not stop. She's lucky she wasn't injured. Last 50 seconds of the third quarter.
Concordia the ball down by 5. Starks up top to a fellow freshman, Garcia, who throws to Gepfert all the way across the court to Starks. Bounce pass. Hetler back out to Starks. Drives in the lane. Floats it from 10 feet. No good. Rebound underneath. A battle for it. And Kelly was down there for Concordia battling, and there's a foul on Carroll. Macy Miller picks up her second foul. And the third on the team here in the second half with 34.8 seconds still on the clock. Concordia to inbounds.
Solaire Stark's game is really that penetration, that little floater that she shoots, and she should get that going first before she tries some threes. Nice pass.
Starks down low from the block, tried a little turnaround left-handed hook. It was an air ball, but grabbed by teammate Shania Kelly, and then as Kelly goes up, she's held, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Or will she?
I think they stood on the floor.
Yeah, they didn't give her the extension as she tried to get it up to the basket. So Concordia will inbound. Underneath the basket is being thrown in by Addison Gepfert. Outside, Garcia launches a three, missed it. Weak side rebound, a good box out by Leah Plummer. She'll find Miller on the right wing for three. No. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it stays Carroll basketball.
Yeah, it looked like I went off of Gepfert there. She got up, but tipped the ball right out of bounds.
17.9 seconds remaining in our third quarter. 33-28. Nice cut on the inbound, and they get it to Damon under the basket. She'll lay it in. She's got 14. Combining with Kirsten Murphy, they've scored 26 of the Chargers' 35, and almost the pair of them have outscored Concordia. They're down only 2 as a pair. 35-28. Look at that board, Ryan. We got a football score.
We do.
Last 9 seconds of the third quarter. On the left wing, Addison Gepfert will try to split defenders on the bounce and had it knocked away. Throws it away at midcourt, and the horn sounds. Well, I'm not sure if that'll count as another turnover for Concordia. It was close, but I'm not sure Carroll ever got possession before the horn. I'll let you be the judge. You're the statistician. 35-28, the score after 3. Cadets made it close. Got to within a point, 29-28. Had a free throw that could have tied it. And then the Chargers end the quarter on a 6-point run. We're heading to the fourth here at the Fieldhouse. This is high school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
As a snow plowing professional, you can't control how many inches fall this winter, but you can get more jobs done faster with the MVP 3V plow from Western. Busting through big drifts is no problem with the MVP 3. Switch into V position, straight blade, or scoop mode with the touch of a button. Choose from corrosion-resistant powder coat, poly, or stainless steel, all with a protective trip edge. The MVP 3V plow from Western. More jobs done faster. Contact W.A. Jones at 260-244-7661. Now offering financing. When parking lots get icy, everyone depends on their local snow and ice control operations. And the pros depend on the all-new Striker stainless steel hopper spreaders from Western. The new Western Striker spreaders feature an innovative chute design that maximizes spreading efficiency. And its unique circular shutter deflector provides more targeted delivery that minimizes waste and protects nearby surroundings. For pickups, dump bodies, and flatbeds, see the Striker spreader at your Western dealer today. W.A. Jones in Columbia City, 260-244-7661. You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Back to action here in the fourth quarter at the Fieldhouse, and Concordia starts with the ball, and Addison Gutford takes advantage. It's a long 2 and makes it 35-30, and just like that, Kelly Damon attacks, drives, scores, and is fouled for Carroll. How good have Kelly Damon and Kirsten Murphy been? This combination to Mark Redding's Carroll Chargers. The foul is the first on Carissa Garcia, but to the line, Kelly Damon, a chance at her 17th point, no good. 37-30, a 7-point lead for Carroll. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Pass to the wing, and that's deflected near the sideline by Villanueva of Carroll and out of bounds. It'll be Concordia basketball. Foul line extended in their front court. Cadets trail by 7. Girls basketball now, boys basketball later. Starks to Garcia. Over on the right wing, Gutford. Pass at the high post goes to Kelly. I'm not sure. That was supposed to be a skip pass. Kelly might have intercepted it. Yeah. And then she took it to the basket and scored. Kelly with a dozen points, 37-32, a minute into the fourth quarter. Damon gets a screen and gets left alone. 15-footer, count it, for Kelly Damon. 18 points for number 20, Kelly Damon, and it's a 7-point lead for Carroll. Gephardt to the baseline, will shoot it, bank it, no good. Rebound goes to Gephardt at the foul line. Pass baseline, opposite side, where Starks will miss a jumper. This rebound goes to Carroll. 6:30 left, clock running, 39-32 Chargers. Villanueva left all alone. A 3 is no good. Took too long to look at it. Just got to catch it and fire it, shoot it in rhythm.
Yeah, she was looking for a defender who was nowhere around.
No, not at all. Concordia the basketball. There's a ball that goes off of Hetler, and it's a turnover. Here comes Carroll. Down low, Villanueva. Bounce pass got through the lane over to Miller. Outside, jumper on the way for Murphy. No good from 3, and the rebound to Concordia's Solaire Starks. Front court, Garcia drives to the baseline. A step-back jumper. Count it for Garcia. How good is she? That is NBA-type jumper. The drive to the baseline and the step-back from 15 feet.
That was a little Steph Curry right there, wasn't it?
There you go, Steph Curry.
Wow.
See, that's the generational thing. I look at it, it's like Kobe or somebody like that. The youngsters today look at it, and that's all Steph Curry.
Right.
39-34 the score. It's a 5-point lead for Carroll. They've got the ball. Villanueva at the elbow. She'll step back and shoot, and she'll miss. Rebound Garcia. Here goes the freshman. Heading down the lane, all the way to the basket. Coast to coast. A layup for Garcia. Double figures for the Concordia freshman. She's got 10, and she's drawn the Cadets to within a possession, 39-36. Still over 5 minutes left. Villanueva on the perimeter. Gives it up to Julia Miller. Far sideline, Kelly Damon. She'll survey the lane. Nobody there, so she dribbles up to the top of the key. Hands off to Villanueva. Dribbles to the right side of the lane. As she drives, she throws a pass in the corner, but there's a whistle. Somebody reached in on Villanueva as she unloaded the pass. And a Concordia foul. Solaire Starks. And that's number 3 on Starks. Number 3 on the team here in the second half. Carroll's committed 4 team fouls, so still a ways to go before we get to the bonus with 5:01 remaining in the game. Bounce pass in the lane. Gets to Plummer. Short shot, good. Got a nice little bounce off the rim. First bucket for Leah Plummer. That's 41-36. Pull-up jumper, baseline. No good for Starks. Weak side rebound, tipped out of bounds off Carroll. Concordia will keep the ball. 4:46 remaining and a 5-point Carroll lead. Concordia to inbound underneath the basket. Black road uniforms for the Cadets with maroon numbers. See, I take notes of that. And then when we put the schedule together, I think about the uniform. Jumper from the foul line, no good. And the ball hits the baseline, so it'll be Carroll basketball with 4:38 left, and the Chargers leading at 41-36 over the Concordia Lady Cadets. Kelly Damon runs the point. Crossover, top of the key. Kick out on the left wing to Kirsten Murphy. High post to Miller. Turns, faces. Had it knocked away. Got it back. Throws it right wing to Plummer. Takes it to the top of the key. Lofts it in the corner where Murphy catches it. Finds a cutter in the lane. Julia Miller, as she goes up, it's blocked out of bounds, and it belongs to Carroll.
Carissa Garcia plays defense no matter where her person is at. She's all over the floor for the Cadets.
Murphy to inbound at baseline. Throws it right in front of her to Plummer. Drives under the basket and bounces it all the way far corner to Damon. Up top to Julia Miller. Now on the near corner, Plummer up top to Macy Miller. Back to Plummer. Trying the three. Got it. Huge shot for the backup 5'7" junior, Leah Plummer. 44-36. It's an 8-point lead for Carroll. And it's been a while since the Chargers have had this kind of margin. They were up 5 at the half. Concordia closed to within 1, but they have not been able to break through and take the lead on the Carroll Chargers. The ball deflected in the front court. Remains Concordia basketball with 3:40 left. An 8-point lead for the Chargers. Garcia, lob on the wing. Starks has a three ball on its way. It's no good. Rebound taken on the run by Plummer. Bounce pass outside. Transition three on the way for Julia Miller. No good. Rebound goes to Concordia. Starks in the front court. Clock goes under 3:20. 44-36. They set a screen to get Garcia a good look at three from the left wing. She didn't hit it. Rebound on the bounce taken by Carroll's Julia Miller. Got to get across the timeline. They do. Kelly Damon from the center circle. Concordia matching up in man-to-man defense. Clock's under 3 minutes. Carroll spreads the floor. Now they almost go to, now they start the offense. And the offense is Damon shooting a three from the right wing. No good. But the rebound to Carroll. Julia Miller tries to put up a jump hook in the lane and had it blocked. Concordia comes away with it. Garcia, long lead pass. That's a bad idea, and it's stolen. Stepping in front, Plummer. Plummer one-on-one to the basket. Layup, no, but she's fouled by Shania Kelly.
Yeah, those long run-out passes are ill-advised at this point in the game for the Cadets. That's a freshman for you, They're trying to make something happen, and Garcia was certainly trying to do that right there, and that was just a bad pass.
Leah Plummer just looks to have decided to take over the game here, and she hits at the foul line. A lot of confidence for the 5'7" junior coming off Mark Redding's bench.
Mark Redding goes pretty deep in his bench, with all the talent that he has.
Plummer with 6 points, now make it 7. Big three ball, and then follows it up with a couple of free throws. And the 5 points that she scored that gives the Chargers a 10-point lead, she is rewarded by being substituted for and going to the bench.
Yeah, at the 5-minute mark, this was a 3-point game, and now it's ballooned up to 10.
2.5 left. Concordia, the ball down by 10. Baseline pull-up. Starks got it from 12 feet. Yeah, Blair Starks, another freshman we're seeing with a good game. She now has 8 points. 46-38.
That's really Slayer Stark's game. The little couple dribbles and a jump shot, and she's good.
Villanueva coming off a pick at the elbow was Murphy. Throws it in the corner to Ashley Strasser, and she bounce passes to a backdoor cutting Murphy, but it doesn't get through traffic. It's intercepted. Here comes Concordia. Floater, Garcia, and it rattles around and out. No good. Rebound to Carroll. Looked like it was going down. Forever. Yeah, didn't it look like it was going to find a way through? Minute 40, clock running, 46-38, Carroll, and they've got the ball. Now they're going to spread it out in the half court. See if they can burn clock. Damon takes it from the corner all the way up to the timeline. Then cross courts it to Strasser. Murphy near side. She's held. Madison Gefford. And Concordia's got some fouls to give. That's only the 14th foul on Concordia. Correction, 15th foul. And it's only the first on Gefford. So if anybody's going to come out and start hacking, Addison Gefford would be a good one to do it. On the floor, Starks has 3 fouls, but she's also a good defender.
Yeah, she is.
Garcia with a foul. She's not in any trouble. Villanueva gets the inbound in the corner. Under 120 to play. 46-38 Carroll. Villanueva had her jersey grabbed by Shania Kelly. And on Kelly, that's foul number 3. So she's got 3 and Starks has 3. Nobody else in trouble. Everybody else with 1 or less. Minute 16, that's the 16th foul. So now Carroll will shoot. And immediately they target Kelly Damon, which might be the wrong person to target. She's a good shooter. And it's Garcia who picks up her second foul.
12, Carissa Garcia.
Well, they saved a lot of clock. The 3 fouls they committed, they did it within 5 seconds. So there's 1:14 still remaining. 46-38. And Damon good on the front end of the 1-and-1. So Damon with 19. She could match her uniform number if she hits this foul shot. And she does. Number 20 has 20. And the lead is 10. 48-38. Minute 12, now the clock runs. Garcia, front court. Finds Starks, open left wing. 3 ball is good for Solaire Starks. Can't believe Starks got that good a look from the left wing. 48-41. It's cut to 7 with 1:06 and a timeout. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school basketball being presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
Let's see. Age, sex, male. Diseases you're at risk for. Flu, whooping cough, pneumococcal disease.
Vaccines can protect you from serious diseases adults can be at risk for. And the older you get, the more serious they could be.
Shingles.
Take the quiz at cdc.gov/vaccines to learn more. Or call 1-800-CDC-INFO. Then talk with your healthcare professional. Don't wait. Vaccinate.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Back at the field house, where the only thing louder than the crowd is the sound system. It's
absolutely.
1:06 remaining, and it's 48-41. Carroll leading it over the Concordia Cadets. Girls basketball now, boys basketball later. We've got a doubleheader of SAC action here at the field house on the northwest side of Fort Wayne. Boys basketball tonight. I'm excited to see Marty Beasley's Carroll Chargers. They have got size. They've got some shooting. They've got some ball handling, and of course, you mentioned, Ryan, almost everybody in the roster 6 foot or better, all the way up to 6'9". So we'll see how Concordia matches up. But here's an inbound for Carroll with the score 48-41, and fouled in the backcourt, Becca Villanueva. The 4th foul on Solaire Starks, who just hit the 3 to cut a 10-point game down to 7. So Dave Miller may have to start thinking about playing offense-defense with the substitutions. I don't know if he wants to lose Solaire Starks offensively, but especially if you know they're going to foul. 1-and-1, and it's no good by Villanueva. Under a minute to play. A 7-point game. There's Starks baseline. Pull-up jumper. Didn't get it. Might have been partially blocked. Coming away, Carroll in the lane, and Damon gets fouled in the backcourt. And let's see if it's Starks. No. Patterson. That's the second on Paige Patterson of Concordia. It'll put Kelly Damon to the free throw line. Shooting 1-and-1. That's the 9th foul on Concordia. Carroll will not put anybody on the free throw lane. 4 cadets line up to each side, and the free throw good for Damon. She's got 21 points.
Yeah, I think a big difference for the cadets this year. We saw them a lot last year, especially at the end of the season, was their ability to hit the threes with Rachel Kmeyer and DeJour Young. This year, they just don't have that.
Both free throws good for Damon. 22, and the lead is 9. Here's a pass down low. Gephardt tried to draw contact while putting in the layup, and then threw the layup off the glass without catching any iron. And on the rebound, Carroll has it, and they're fouled. And I believe Ashley Strasser is going to be the one shooting the free throws. She'll get 2 of them at this end. And the foul number 2 called against Addison Gephardt. Well, Gephardt went down knowing they had 9 points to make up. When she got down near the basket, she tried to jump into the defender to get contact. The defender played Matador defense, stepped out of the way, and Gephardt, really off balance, just kind of threw it up off the glass. Free throw's no good, but it is a 2-shot situation. And that one bounces in over the front iron. So count Strasser with one of the 2 attempts, 51-41. And Starks, 3 from the left wing, and Starks hits another one. Might be too little too late. Starks with 14, 36 seconds remaining, and a 7-point Carroll lead. But at least both Carissa Garcia and Soler Starks having a chance to show what they're capable of and how much fun it's going to be to watch these two play through their 4-year high school career at Concordia.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a lot to work with, and they got a lot of basketball left to get these freshmen very seasoned for a sectional run, because really the only game that counts is that first one of sectional once you're eliminated from conference play. You know, interesting for both teams, where will Carroll be at the end of the year? I think you'll see a little bit more during the holiday tournament if they have to face off against Homestead once again. Is Homestead truly the runaway train they appear to be right now? And is Concordia good enough to, go deep into a sectional? Because, they've got Lures in there, who's a good team, and Angola and New Haven are there. So we'll see where those freshmen are in about 8 weeks.
I'm Brett Rump. He's Ryan Dellinger, and Bryce Vance back in the studio. The inbound pass deflected, and it's stolen away. Concordia has it. Kelly, spin move off glass. Counted for Kelly. It's down to a 5-point game with 31.3. Carroll tried to throw the ball from the baseline back court all the way baseball style into the front court. Kelly at 5'11" just jumped up and deflected it and was able to get it in the corner and then drive to the basket and score. And it took all of about 4 seconds. So is there enough time for this Concordia team? They have done the job defensively against Carroll. Other than Damon with 22 and Murphy with 10, they've combined for 32 of the 51 the Chargers have scored. For Concordia, they're being led by Soler Starks, the freshman, with 14. Also Kelly now with 14 after that bucket. Also in double figures, Carissa Garcia has 10. Concordia trying to even their record. They're 4-5 coming into tonight, while the Carroll Chargers 7-2 under Mark Redding. One of those losses could come with an asterisk, though, because if you get beat by Homestead, they should only count like half a loss, because everybody is going to get beat by Homestead pretty much. That team went all the way to the state championship and lost a tough one last year, but they lost Josie Fisher and they lost Grace Garman. But I don't know that they know that, because the way they're playing right now is just unbelievable. An inbound in the backcourt and a quick foul. So Carroll will go to the free throw line. 2 shots coming for Becca Villanueva. Addison Gutford has picked up her 3rd foul. 29.9 seconds left. A 5-point game, trying to add to it. Is Becca Villanueva, and no good, way short.
Almost didn't make it to the front of the rim right
Almost
there.
Heard the proverbial chant you don't want to hear.
No, and I think I saw a professional basketball player this week, 2 air balls in a row.
This one is good. That makes it a 6-point game. Really doesn't change a whole lot, because it's still a 2-possession game. Garcia lobs on the wing to Starks. Double team quickly. They don't want her to shoot it. Gephardt goes to Kelly, right wing. She steps on the line, shoots a 2. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Baseline off Concordia with 18 seconds left. Carroll will face full court pressure from the Cadets with 18 seconds and a 6-point Carroll lead. Inbound in the hands of Villanueva. She's going to hold it, wait to get fouled. Concordia is not going to foul. They're going to double team Villanueva, and they'll force Mark Redding to call a timeout with 12.9. Tricky. Villanueva went down and just held the ball like she was going to get fouled, and she was waiting for the hack, and Concordia instead attacked her, double teamed her, and forced Redding to burn a timeout. The only problem is there's only 12.9 seconds left, and it's a 6-point game.
Yes, Concordia's going to have to play some serious defense again and get a quick turnover if they're going to get any shots. So their last possession, they were looking to hit Soler Starks again, but just couldn't.
Note to Bryce Vance back in the studio. We get this game wrapped up. We're going to take a timeout, come back, give you the scoring of the girls' game. Then we'll wrap up the girls' game broadcast, and about 15 minutes later, we'll come back here to the field house for all the boys' action. So a quick timeout coming up here in 11 seconds of play, and it may take a while to get through 11 seconds of play because there's a foul in the backcourt. And again, Concordia will send Becca Villanueva to the foul line. You got to think already it's a 2-possession lead with a 6-point margin, and with 11 seconds left, I think if Villanueva can hit at least one of these 2 free throws, game's over. No chance for Concordia with only 11 seconds left, and there's a free throw. Villanueva now with 7 points. She'll try to get her 8th and make it an 8-point lead. 11.2 seconds, and the free throw's good. So Villanueva with 8 points, 54-46. Last 9 seconds as Garcia pulls up from the arc and hits a 3. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. There's the, well, I don't know. It looked like an inbound and she stepped out, but I guess they never inbounded it. And there's the horn. That'll be the end of the ball game. Well, the Chargers were threatened numerous times, couldn't put away the pesky Concordia Cadets, but this youthful team under Coach Dave Miller at Concordia, just not enough to overcome the firepower of Mark Redding's Carroll Chargers. So we will take a quick timeout. We're coming back here at the Fieldhouse. We'll give you a wrap-up on the scoring of this one, and then it is boys basketball action. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380.
You look a little down today.
Is it that obvious? I've been trying to pay my creditors, but it never seems to be enough. Everybody wants more money than I can give them, and everybody wants it right now. Talk about stressful.
I was in that situation about a year ago. I was getting pretty tired of the phone calls. Then one guy threatened to garnish my wages. That was it. I called Sabrina Kitsos.
Sabrina Kitsos? Who's that?
In my opinion, the best bankruptcy attorney around. She put a stop to that garnishment threat, then went on to reduce my credit card debt. She even saved my home from foreclosure.
Sounds like I might really benefit from a conversation with Sabrina Kitsos. I could sure use a fresh start.
She's in the phone book. The spelling is Kitsos. She sure answered my SOS call.
The number for Sabrina Kitsos is 449-9748. That's 449-9748. Her office is scheduling appointments right now. Sabrina Kitsos is your kid to getting out of debt. The Kitsos Law Office is a debt relief agency helping people seek relief under the bankruptcy code.
Maybe it's time to take a fresh look at everything we thought we knew about landing a great job. For instance, perhaps great careers start at the middle school science fair instead of at the job fair. Because the fact is, the jobs of the future will be heavily geared towards science, technology, engineering, and math. In other words, STEM. So if you're a student, talk to your school counselor about STEM. If you're a parent, talk to your kids. A public service message from America's Navy.
The latest sports news, scores, opinion, and commentary, plus ball washing tips for golfers. Mike in the morning. Ryan Russillo on ESPN Radio 1380. Now back to high school basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380.
Well, Concordia battled to stay close in the girls' basketball game, the opener of our twin bill here at the Carroll Fieldhouse. But eventually, Mark Redding's Carroll Chargers improved to 8-2 with a 54-49 win over Dave Miller's Concordia Lady Cadets. Now 4-6 on the season. And to give you a rundown of some of the stats scoring from the girls' contest, here is Ryan Dellinger.
For the visiting cadets tonight, Hope Canning had 2 points. Carissa Garcia had 13 points and 4 rebounds. Solaire Starks had 14 points for the cadets and 3 rebounds. Addison Geffert had 4 points and 2 rebounds. Shania Kelly had 14 points and 10 rebounds, so she had a double-double tonight. And Libby Hetler had 2 points. For the victorious Carroll Chargers, Kirsten Murphy had 12 points and 2 rebounds. Kelly Damon led the way with 22 points and 3 rebounds. Corey Leonard had 2 points. Leah Plummer had 7 points. Macy Miller had 2 points, but also had 5 good rebounds. Ashley Strasser had 1 point, and Becca Villanueva had 8 points and 5 rebounds for the 8-2 Lady Carroll Chargers.
Well, one thing we saw from Concordia, some outstanding freshman play from Carissa Garcia and Solaire Starks. Both freshmen, and both put on a pretty good show and a display of the type of talent that David Miller has for the next few years at Concordia. But it is Carroll improving now in SAC play to 2-1. They will remain at least a full game behind the Homestead Ladies Spartans or the Bishop Lewis Knights, depending on tonight's results. For Concordia now 1-3 in conference play and 4-6 overall. Coming up here in just minutes, we're going to have boys basketball action as the 2-0 Carroll Chargers, ranked number 7 in the latest state poll, will take on the 1-2 Concordia Cadets. An SAC boys basketball.